The rancid stench of fecal matter and bestial
Eek.
musk floats over from a nightmarish menagerie, where partygoers in animal masks caper like children amidst a scattershot maze of caged exotic beasts.
Hey everybody, Old Man Alchemist back with another raw and wiggling episode in our playthrough of Aether and Iron. Alright, so we recruited some little kid into the doze, which was somewhat distressing. And we're supposed to be doing one of 3 quests, I guess. But I think we want to do Where the Sun Never Rises, because we got to speak to Apollo, so let's talk to him. But we also, I don't know if any of these people have anything they want to say, so let's go ahead and see.
Giovanna?
Let's ask about Winnie. How is she doing?
About Winnie, she decide to be a doe?
She did. She'll require a lighter touch than other recruits, but we'll make do. Apparently, the poor thing had only been on the street a week before you and I found her.
Well, I guess that's good.
Her father died in a mugging, you see. He was their only family.
Poor thing doesn't cover the half of it. That's barely enough time to grieve, let alone figure out how to live alone.
That is some consolation. It's easier to grieve or feel anything, really, when your needs are taken care of. Otherwise, the training will keep her occupied.
Alright, give me some more about your background.
You used to be like Winnie and Jenna, right? So how'd you end up with the does?
Through the usual means, really. Abandon a child, leave her to fend for herself, and if she's very clever, very tough, or very anything, she might get an invitation to one of Marm's schools.
Somehow, I doubt that's all there was. You weren't just interested in those two because you liked them. They had something special. She slowly smiles, as pleased as a magician pulling back their curtain on some years-old trick.
There are a lot of young couriers in the city. If you wear the right outfit and say the right things, anyone could be persuaded to give you what you ask for.
Knowing you, that must have worked out pretty nicely.
Beautifully. I got a new coat, a bolt of silk, and a doe's button before they tracked me down. Fortunately, the doe was in need of a recruit, and I was in need of new opportunities.
Okay.
You used to be like Winnie and Jenna, right? So how'd you end up with the does?
Wait a second, I hit 3, not 1.
Through the usual means, really.
Somehow, I doubt that's all that she slowly smiled.
There are a lot of young couriers in this.
Knowing you, that must...
Beautifully. I got a new coat, a bolt of silk. Until next time.
Okay, let's see what Cress has to say.
Back already, huh?
What happened at Pandemonium?
Look, Cress. About what happened at Pandemonium.
If you're about to apologize, save it. I don't want to hear from you. Dreamland's never been kind to Aetherians. Only got worse after that damn fire.
Amateur sleuths and tabloids alike have thrown around answers to the Pandemonium fire like it's a game of pitchpenny. A vengeful Aetherian might have only been one of them, but it still left a mark.
About Dreamland?
Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever heard you say anything positive about Dreamland.
That's because there's not much to say. Sure, they're not yanking up every able-bodied citizen for their war. Sure, they won't lock you up for having a bottle of booze. But they're cutthroats. Money's everything over there. They don't care who you have to step on to get it. So as long as you have enough scratch.
I'd like to believe they're not all that heartless. And last I checked, cutthroats is how the rest of the city describes the whole.
Don't say I didn't warn you. And try not to blow your wallet at one of their tables. Drive safe.
Holding up all right?
Okay, what's going on with White Street?
White Street's in civil war right now. How are the Aetherians holding up?
Better than others. Although Eli's forces are in conflict, most of the fighting remains topside. However, the lack of leadership makes negotiations precarious.
Surprised there's anyone left to negotiate with. Figured Eli's people would be too busy fighting each other to obey the chain of command.
Certain offices hold more protections than others, such as the scrapyard. It's currently controlled by Theodore Lutzko. It gives him authority over the supply lines.
We've met. From what I heard, he's been less than reliable about sending supplies to Aetherians.
Lutzko is not a malicious man. He takes his duty seriously. However, when you consistently deprioritize your Aetherians, there are consequences. When things calm down, I hope to visit Arkstad again. There's a memorial plan for those lost in Eli's purge, including Alexander and Maria. I'd like to attend if possible.
Because they were fellow Aetherians? Or because they were part of the underground?
They were more than that. They were good friends, and Arkstad deserves to know that the League stands with them. Cressa shouldn't have to go and mourn alone.
Okay, about your involvement with the Underground.
Thought the Undercity League was supposed to be a neutral organization, but here you are, helping to run the Underground from the top.
The League is unaware of my affiliation with the Underground, and I'd prefer it stay that way. If, God forbid, I'm discovered, that will allow them to deny culpability.
Still a hell of a risk if you ask me. What's stopping the Barons from deciding the whole League's gotta go? The Aetherians' pale washed eyes fall on mine, feeling centuries older than his salt-peppered hair would imply.
I've dealt with Barons longer than the Underground. Though the Barons may call us rats, and though they may disparage our contributions, they need someone to keep the peace. Without us, they would be putting themselves at the mercy of hundreds of thousands of Aetherians.
I grimace as I place myself in the Baron's shoes. I could get rid of the League. Most Aetherians would keep us flying, but one might decide to let us drop. That's enough to make me flinch.
About the Undercity League.
I've read a little of the Undercity League in the papers. Your name usually comes up with it.
It keeps us visible. Though the headlines are not always flattering, they remind the world that Aetherians exist. They force topsiders to see us as fellow humans, making it easier to get their cooperation.
From what Cress said in White Street, it doesn't sound like every Baron agrees.
Cressa often sees a glass half empty, for good reason. However, wars are not fought with only one weapon. Negotiation is a tool you use for prolonged conflict. And when negotiation fails, the League offers alternatives. Legal aid, financial support, and on the rare occasion, physical solutions. See you.
All right, let's see what Apollo's got to say.
Say, Apollo, why do they call him Soap, anyway?
I gather it's on account of his squeaky clean gambling record. Never lost a single bet, if you believe the stories. But I prefer to think of it this way. He's as slippery as they come.
So, remind me then, why is it we think he'll help us take down Marm?
He might not. But he's a socialite, and we're highly susceptible to flattery and bribery. I'm sure you can convince him.
That's all you got for me?
Sorry, darling, can't do much else from here. But you've got a handle on things, right?
All right, let's respond with confidence.
If I didn't, you and I wouldn't even be talking right now.
That's what I like to hear. Good luck. They say Soap's parties are as wild as they come. I'd like to see it myself sometime.
Yeah, can't wait. Talk to you later.
Okay. We got a new thing. We want to go to Soap's mansion, find a way to get inside the mansion. Okay. First, we want to go back to the hole. We want to go to the garage and just see if there are any items. that, yeah, oh, okay, yeah, I think I wanted to put this into something. This gives me a +9, doesn't it? 8 action points. So, this is parts. I hope I can get it in the flatbed. I don't know. That's just +7. Oh yeah, okay, so that gives her a few more points. Alright. Now, let's get this over here. Stock engine. Stock engine. Let's see. Damn, we got a whole bunch of guns. I mean, a lot of those suckers. We should be able to sell some of those guns. But I do want to see what, no, she can't hold, she's got a grappling hook and a machine gun. Okay. I can't give her any more weight. She's got a +10 for her thing, so that's good. All right. Let's just go to Nellie and find out. Maybe she's got some new piece of equipment.
Nellie's not here. Maybe she's at the root cellar with Gardner.
All right, let's go see the root cellar.
Oh, but what if we used an alternating charge? It could increase Daisy's output exponentially.
I suppose it's possible. However, you'll need an opposing resonance.
Of course! We can start with datasets 13 through to 15, measure particle strength, and the... Oh, hi, Gia! The professor and I were discussing a new dispersal test. He was just telling me of a supplier who could...
Do you see the way this guy holds her? Or, actually, that's her fingers, but I don't know. It almost looks like her left hand is grabbing his balls, if you ask me.
That's great, but it's not why I'm here. Remember Eli's red Aether? Somehow Marm's got our hands on it. A lot of it. It's how she's expanding her barony. The reminder shuts a blind over her enthusiasm. Her shoulders shrink, withering like a plant in a dark cupboard.
What? How? It shouldn't have...
Shouldn't have been what? Gotten out? You said that before, back in White Street. Where's this red Aether coming from?
It's... Gia, I wish I could tell you. Truly, but I simply can't.
Wait a second, you know?
What Eleanor means is that she signed an agreement, one with, regrettably, severe penalties for breaking confidentiality.
What do you know about red Aether?
This doesn't sound like the first time you're hearing about red Aether.
Oh, Alistair is one of the experts who helped... I mean...
It's all right, Eleanor. You're quite correct, Miss Randazzo. I'm familiar with red Aether and its applications, for better and worse.
I'm telling you, he's dirty.
Which is why I find it troubling to hear it spread further than a tiny corner of Eleanor's lab.
What about this agreement?
What sort of penalties are we talking about?
The kind that could ruin a researcher. To start, you'd lose your position at the finest Aether Institute in the country and all its resources. Then you'd have to pay back any outstanding investments the Institute's put into your work.
It'd be really, really bad, Gia. And my parents, what would they say? They expected me to thrive at the Institute. If I were cast out of the Heights, It'd be a terrible disappointment.
Olympus Park has that much pull?
Quite. The Heights doesn't have barons, but it does have a number of influential benefactors, some of which sit on the board. I promise you, drawing their ire is not an enjoyable experience.
Well, I need that info.
Look, kid, I get it. But you've seen it yourself. That stuff is out there, and we need to know where it's coming from. Next time could be a hell of a lot worse than a cannon.
I know, but... Professor, isn't there something we can do? Surely an exception can be made.
Gardner smooths his hand over the table, regarding Nellie's plea like a puzzle short a corner piece. He finds the solution with a soft rap of his knuckles.
Well, only one of us has clearance and tenure. If, hypothetically, I were to consult while you were away at the bar, you could hardly be held accountable. Oh, and order what you like. It's a business expense.
Thank you so much, Professor Gardner. Oh, but what should I get? I usually drink soda or water, you see. Maybe something that takes a while to make.
I'm confident you'll find something.
Nellie flits off to the bar to learn spirits, leaving me with her mentor. Despite the clinking of glasses behind the bar and the stains on warped wood, the man looks at me like I'm a student in his office.
How much do you know about red Aether, Miss Randazzo?
Let's tell him what Nellie told us.
According to Nellie, it's powerful but unstable. It's why she had to stabilize it before we could use it in our cars.
Indeed, and she's done excellent work with her harmonic Aether. Doubt anyone else could have come up with it with such limited resources. Maybe if we'd let her try sooner, things could have been different. Have you ever met researchers with cabin fever? They get up to the most novel experiments, flight, light, even music, thanks to our Aether resonance team. It's how we ended up with a new kind of Aether, and a crater in the birch room.
The Heights made red Aether?
You have to understand, Miss Randazzo. Olympus Park creates new wonders every day, but not everything should ever be released. We couldn't even trust ourselves with red Aether, so we locked it away.
Then why is it in the lowers?
I have my suspicions. Olympus Park is not as untouchable as our namesake. There is no shortage of bad actors who'd tear through the walls to get their hands on even a drop of our tech. Such as hiring a villain to break into the Heights, destroy our lab, and attempt to kidnap one of our prized scientists.
The professor's palm rests on the top of his cane, as solemn and heavy as a hand on a headstone. I wonder if he still feels the heat of explosives and fire, if he was even conscious for it.
It was an utter tragedy. I recruited them, truly brilliant people. Lost in an instant, thanks to sheer recklessness.
What happened to you afterwards?
You said you came to bloody, bruised, and alone. And sometime after that, you ended up on Ellis Island.
An awful thing to wake to. I had board members at my heels, fighting my request to leave. Investigators demanding to know what happened, doctors ordering bed rest, and... But it worked out. Eleanor safe. And that's all that matters.
She sounds like a lot more than a researcher to you. Gardner simply smiles, as naturally as if Nellie were really his own.
I've known Eleanor since she was 16. Her parents, lovely people, knew that they had a genuine prodigy. They didn't want their child to go out into the world alone. I gave my word she wouldn't.
Why did you try to take Nellie back?
You said it yourself. The Heights isn't untouchable, and the gunman who started the fire's still running around. Why risk bringing her back to the scene of the crime?
I'm embarrassed to admit I simply wasn't thinking. I'd finally found Eleanor. I'd heard war had broken out in White Street, and I thought, she's been through so much. Best get her home quickly.
I'm sorry, I'm not buying that. That guy is too stoic, too calculated in everything he does.
If you were in that much of a rush, what took you so long to find her? You obviously have resources. There's faster ways to find someone than planting coded messages in radio ads.
You know the Lowers more intimately than I, Miss Randazzo. Money, influence, and connections only go so far when half the baronies are in conflict. And believe me, I tried.
A deep weariness drapes around his shoulders, made up of several weeks worrying. He looks to the bar, as though confirming Nellie was still where he'd left her.
I'm aware I seem unreasonable. I came into your lives and nearly spirited Eleanor away without explanation. But wouldn't you do anything to keep someone you cared about safe?
My mind places the shadowed streets and warring baronies against a kiss of sunlight from upstairs, and I hate that I see his point.
What about Dufresne?
There's a creep chasing Nellie. Black hat, scars, professional killer. Calls himself Dufresne. Know anything about him? Gardner's brows twitch downward, leaving furrows deep enough to catch water.
I'm afraid I wouldn't. Arson and murder aren't quite my department. What about you, Miss Randazzo? Surely you and your friends have looked into him?
Mostly through our run-ins. He said someone hired him to bring her home.
Eleanor still has family and associates in the uppers. Perhaps not everyone was pleased when she left her old life for the Heights.
Enough to keep Dufresne on the hunt? Someone like him isn't cheap. If Nellie knew anyone else with that kind of money, she wouldn't have worried about cash flow.
Then perhaps we're looking at it from the wrong angle. Eleanor has a mind that's seen once in a generation. If, say, someone is willing to kill for a wallet, what would they do for a scientist capable of fixing the well?
My skin wants to crawl off my seat. Dufresne had torn apart my car to get Nellie's journal. If Nellie's gray matter was that valuable, his faceless employer might never give up the chase. At the bar, Thomas puts away a load of glasses, each clinking away to its rightful place. I stare, feeling like I'm a few glasses short of full set of answers. Sounds like the brainiacs in the Heights don't know what's going on either.
Unfortunately. I'm truly sorry I can't tell you more, but maybe we can still find some answers. I'll inform them of the Red Aether leak. See what they can find.
I bite back a cynical remark about whether the Heights will share when Nellie trots back with an amber-filled glass.
So, how was it? Did you need a little longer?
Got the gist of it, thanks. Wait, is that bourbon?
Oh, yes! I've never tried it, but the gentleman at the bar ordered 2 on the rocks already, so it must be good.
Oh, my dear, that's a rather strong drink. Are you certain that's where you'd like to start?
Oh, well, I'm certain I can manage, and it would be a shame to waste it.
I'll drink it.
Hey kid, let me have a sip? Before Nellie can stop me, I snag the glass and down the contents.
Yeah!
Trust me. Unless you want to be seeing in circles, start with something you can dip your toes in.
I suppose you're right.
She is.
Well put. I believe Thomas has something more beginner-friendly on the top right shelf. Let's try that.
Okay. Well, we've already talked to God knows everybody. Let's see what the Catman has to say. Anything. All right, what do you have about Dreamland?
Almost Marm's birthday. Ever take time off to enjoy the party?
Few times. Back when it was still the Parade of Triumph.
Parade of Triumph. Not sure I ever heard of it.
That'd be because the old girl swallowed it up. Used to be a celebration of Dreamland's accomplishments.
Let me guess. Marm couldn't help but make it about herself?
No. Caused a stir among her lieutenants at the time. Emboldened a few to try mutiny.
That solemn look could fill a history book. The coup failed, and the parade became a yearly celebration of her, cementing Marm's legacy into another cornerstone of the barony.
All right, you're past.
You said you used to be married. Is she...
No. LMA, she and the kids left the city many years ago.
You still keep contact?
I hear about them. LMA worked for the newspaper. Well, she's retired, but writes guest columns. Pen still as sharp as a set of pike teeth. Our eldest went into theater. On tour in Europe, last I heard. Youngest is a captain, upstate.
Captain, huh? Must run in the family. I've barely finished speaking the words when the old sailor's eyes swell, a hint of pride stuck in a pool of melancholy.
No captains here, Miss Randazzo. Mr. Throg'll do. Take care now.
All right. Well, shoot. There's always something.
Zdravo.
Nothing new here. Wait a second. Oh, I can't get to my stash.
See if anything catches your eye. Happy hunting.
All right, Cress, what do you
What do you
have to
need?
say? You don't have anything.
See you soon.
What about her?
I ankle over to the bar, squeezing between a chair and the dough to order a well-deserved drink. The routine lowers my guard, leaving me vulnerable to the unknown passenger in my pocket. What the? Instead of a wallet, my fingers close around a kitschy elephant doll. If the doll wearing Dreamland's colors wasn't enough of a smoking gun, Sophie's laugh is. Soph, what the hell is this?
It's Topsy, one of Dreamland's most darling mascots. We even have a building in her likeness.
Yeah, well, bully for Topsy. What's she doing in my pocket?
Don't look so suspicious. I was only having a little fun, and I needed an excuse to practice my sleight of hand.
So what? You thought you'd slip a doll into my pocket? I would have thought you'd try making off with my wallet.
We're not all common cut purses. I could pick the pocket of everyone here, and they'd go to bed without realizing it. But that's so banal. Leaving something they're unfamiliar with, however, requires finesse.
I don't know about that. Pickpocketing and reverse pickpocketing are pretty similar if you ask me.
Oh? Why don't you give it a try then? We can make a game of it. Put Topsy into Tiana's handbag without her noticing.
What do I want?
What are we playing for? More secrets?
Tempting, but no. I'd hate to make things feel stale. So why not a drink? You can pick whichever you like.
All right. And if I lose?
I'll try to pick something within your budget. This is for fun.
Why Tiana?
Why Tiana? She do something to warrant a hazing?
Nothing recent, but she and I used to attend school together. I thought she could do with a little nostalgia.
Uh-huh. So you won't mind taking the fall when Tiana gets mad.
Of course. It is my idea, after all. And unless she's grown rusty, she'll know who's to blame anyway.
All right, we'll
What
take
the
the
hell?
bet.
I could use the practice. Just have your money ready. We work out a plan. I take Topsy to a nearby stool and idle for a few, creating a cushion of deniability before Sophie starts.
Tiana, darling. You seem comfortable. Taking a break?
Sophia, tell me, does Tetka know where you spend your time off?
I don't think Mom cares, as long as I have the sense to do it away from prying eyes. The whole may be drab, but I'll give it this much. No one would suspect anyone of taste to come here.
That is what makes it good for business, no? Particularly the kind done under the table.
While the pair of old schoolmates chat each other up, Sophie awaits my instruction. Tiana might be quicker with a pen than a knife, but her insight's still sharp enough to cut through any obvious ploys. I tap the counter twice.
Said horse racing will return once chariots do, and
Sophie's hand causes a miniature earthquake. The glass spins, leaving rivers of dark red liquid across the counter. We jumble about like we're playing musical chairs drunk. As Tiana jumps away to protect her silk sleeves, I jump in with a borrowed towel. It's the perfect cover to drop Topsy into her bag.
Sorry for the scare. Let me make up for it. Maybe cover your drink?
Well, we are old acquaintances, so come see me after hours. I'm sure we'll find something suitable to settle your debt.
Tiana reaches for her bag. I feel like I'm watching a thriller, anticipation building to a silent orchestra as I hear the bag click open. Sweat breaks down my neck. Where's Topsy?
I believe this is yours.
She drops the elephant between us, as damning as a sack of cash between robbers.
Huh. Damn, Sophie's morale is decreased. Oh, that sucks.
If you're looking to make a sale, I grew out of dolls years ago. Tiana gives me a look that could cut diamonds.
Relax. Don't give yourself wrinkles. It was just a little prank. I recently picked up this doll and thought I'd remind you of old times.
You remind me why I am no longer one of Marm's lost girls. Giovanna is not one of your orphans. Save your games for them.
The fence gathers her bag and leaves. To my surprise, she takes the doll with her. Maybe next time I see Topsy, she'll be on the shelf of Pier 6 with a lush price tag. What was that about?
Well, nothing much. We does compete with each other from an early age, so we learned to make games of it. Leaving surprises for one another is one of the first things we learn.
And you never grew out of it, huh? That's why Lizzie tried jumping you. It's just another game to you does.
Yes, not every game is as dangerous as a car chase, but they stick with us all the same. So, I like to ensure girls like Winnie learn healthier ones. But never mind that. About my drink.
We settle up. Taking pity on my pride and wallet, Sophie orders something just pricey enough to pass her palate without leaving me broke.
All right, well, I think we have enough there. We want to go to Soap's never-ending party. We are all geared up and we got everything we possibly can. Okay, that's where we want to go. To Mr. Soap. What is this? Oh, that's Soap's mansion. What is this? Oh, that's Marm's yacht. I don't think we want to go to Marm's yacht. Oh, we love these
The
surprise
glow of
encounters.
high-beam flashlights and spinning caution bulbs plays across my windshield as traffic slows. Evidently, Marm has decided that a good old-fashioned dragnet will force troublemakers like me off the streets.
Oh, damn. Oh! Well, this is the only one that even comes close, so... Yeah, that ain't making it.
A small opening between the barricades presents itself. The enforcer manning the checkpoint waves me forward, and I gun the engine, shooting the gap without a second to spare. I'm about to clear the dragnet when a car further up in the queue pulls out into the lane. I swerve to avoid them and smash into a barricade, sending a crack across my windshield and stopping me in my tracks.
Damn it! Okay. Well, okay, we didn't have to fight. I guess that's good. Oh!
Angels and demons frolic in the festive dark. The debauchery of a bacchanal that hasn't stopped in days spills onto the mansion grounds like a tipped-over punch bowl. 5 will get you 10, the punch is spiked.
All right, let's I hate to use this because we only need 5, but we're not going into battle half-cocked, so...
Like a barbaric centerpiece topping off the Saturnalian soiree, Lizzie's roadster is parked at an off-kilter angle on the front steps. A fractured pillar stands testament to her reckless inebriation. Astride her souped-up ride, Lizzie is a paragon of belligerence, drunk as a lord, shouting and singing, and aggressively denying access to the main doors. Doubt she'll be up for a friendly chat in such a state. Doubt I'd want to be on the other end of it. Maybe I ought to socialize a bit first.
All right, let's see. What do we have here? Find a way to get into the mansion. All right, let's see. What do we have?
Some loon on the lawn has a heifer tied down and is splashing it with paint, apparently seeing it not as cattle but canvas for some bizarre spurt of artistic inspiration.
Okay, that's just nuts.
The artist flings her brush at the dejected-looking milk cow, twirling like a liquored-up lawn sprinkler. Her paint-spattered dress probably costs more than my car.
Oh, finally, come here quickly. It's done. At least, I think. I think it's done. Is it done? What do you say? Is it finished?
Lady, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Nonsense. Everyone has art in their soul. Please tell me what you think. Please? What do you see?
Her wild eyes are filled with beseeching and some unidentifiable inebriate buzz. She's nuts, but looking at her paints, I start to gin up some fun ideas about how I might get Lizzie's car out of the way.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but let's try. Nope. I'm not trying to re-roll.
I see a doped-up cow covered in paint.
Ugh, just another charlatan. Another pig, ignorant Philistine. Get out of my sight.
Don't worry, lady. I'm going.
Feral partygoers?
Beasts in gilded wicker masks caper through a forest of filthy cages, squealing at pitiful captives, both animal and human. They gnash and bleat, splashed with effluence, surrender to their basest instinct.
I'm a parrot. What kind of animal are you?
I'm a person?
People go in cages. Animals only the menagerie.
They gesture drunkenly to a selection of masquerade animal faces. I see the glint of steel behind one of their palms. Starting a fight wouldn't get me any closer to soap, and I don't want to end up a literal jailbird. Better play along.
Let's see. Let's go with bear.
Bear, I guess.
Come on, make the sound.
I stand stock still. A cool breeze blows in some quiet garden of my mind. I'm there, detached, gazing down at my own body as I suck in breath and prepare to royally embarrass myself.
You make a lousy bear.
More whiskey.
The masked maniacs caper away to torment their captives. My mind races. Unlocking one of these animal cages would certainly get Lizzie's attention, but it could also go sideways real fast.
This is still just 58%.
I'm not in the mood for make-believe. Maybe I'll come back later.
Yeah.
The rancid stench of fecal matter and bestial musk floats over from a nightmarish menagerie, where partygoers in animal masks caper like children amidst a scattershot maze of caged exotic beasts.
Okay, that's some...
Of all the odd stuff I've seen, the grass-skirted inebriate guarding a bed of glowing hot coals that lead like a sizzling red carpet into the mansion's side entrance, well, that might just take the cake. Like a chieftain eager for sacrifice at the volcano's edge, the mad Montezuma atop his makeshift throne sneers down at the throng, daring anyone brave enough to traverse his infernal path.
Step right up, step right up. Fancy some bubbling, doll? Just gotta walk over and grab it.
I'm not that hard up for a drink. Nobody is.
Tell that to Phil. Clumsy bum burnt half his damn clothes off trying to get it.
Why in blazes would he do that?
That ain't no regular champagne, oh no. That's a Chateau Diff 78. You could buy Lizzie's hot rod with that bottle, lady.
Lizzie's clearly in a drinking mood. Maybe I can make that bottle a peace offering and get past her. Assuming I can stand the heat, that is.
So, doll, you gonna try a little hot foot?
Well, we know the other one isn't,
hell. Why not? The crowd whoops as I roll up my cuffs. Before I can think about it too hard, I launch myself down the path. A fireworks show of sparks erupts with every footfall as I dance my way across. The rictus grin of a charred human skull suddenly flashes up between my feet, glowing from within with burning mockery. The yelp that escapes me instantly drowns in the crowd's hooting glee.
Well, let's hope.
Dead is dead. They ain't yet invented remains too sacred for 8-shot Randazzo. I boot that bone-white leering jack-o'-lantern as hard as I can.
Damn!
And the crowd oohs as it sizzles over their heads like a sparking comet. I can't hold my footing on the burning rocks. My arms windmill crazily. The heat scorches my soles and I leap away empty-handed. The crowd makes no secret of their disdain.
Yow!
Too bad. No bubbly for you.
I guess I could try it again. I don't know. No, I can't.
Some loon on the lawn has a
That's not gonna work.
Come on, make the sound.
I stand stock still.
Yeah, they're not happy.
The masked maniacs caper away to torment their captives. My mind races. Unlocking one of these animal cages would certainly get Lizzie's attention, but it could also go sideways real fast.
I say let's save cage unlock. Okay.
For some reason known only to God and Charles Darwin, there's no lock on the cage holding back the inky musculature of a sleek black panther. I pop the There's a pair of fire.
Oh, let's load that and try again. Where's cage unlock? Oh, here it is, right here.
Come on, make the sound.
I stand stock still. The masked maniacs caper away to torment their... For some reason known only to God and Charles Darwin, there's no lock on the cage holding back the inky musculature of a sleek black panther. I pop the latch and pray to both of them. Just the air is filled with sudden shrieks as the jungle cat flees its prison, hissing and growling. In its instinctive panic, it overturns cages and bolts in the direction of Lizzie's car.
Snookums, no!
There's an ear-splitting screech as the panther's claws dig deep gouges into the hot rod's paint.
Oh no.
As the cap bounds over Lizzie's head and leaps away into the night, she roars in surprise and guns her engine, peeling off in pursuit. That's that for the bouncer. Better slip inside the mansion pronto.
Okay, well, that was good we saved.
1,000 smells hang thickly in the humid crush of 100 unwashed bodies.
Yeah.
Through trails of smoke and light, I catch glimpses of debauchery, but my attention's stolen by the dame in senior doe regalia rushing up to greet me. Her bright blonde curls are bouncing playfully. This imp in Angel's garb could only be one person, Sophie's lieutenant, Alice.
Is that rat Lizzie finally gone? Thank goodness. I was starting to think she'd scare off everyone on the island. Welcome. I'm Alice.
Gia Randazzo.
What a wonderful pleasure it is to meet you.
This one's more bubbly than fresh-popped champagne. Her wide, dazzling smile gives me an odd itch. She's not like sly Sophie or hot-headed Lizzie at all. What's the score here?
Let's save again because mansion roll, we're going to call it.
A sinister animus glints behind Alice's cheerful exterior. I imagine the glare of the stage lights, hot and bright. I'm being scrutinized, analyzed. This isn't a friendly greeting. It's an interrogation.
Come, let me show you around.
That's neighborly of you. Thanks.
Neighbors? Oh no, let's say we're friends. The very best of friends.
Yeah, right.
We only just met.
Well, then let's get to know one another. Tell me a secret.
No.
Alice's milky sweet voice curdles slightly as she pours in a not-so-subtle note of challenge. Is this some kind of test?
Hey, sorry, honey.
What good are secrets if you tell them? I'll keep mine for now, thanks. Her smile doesn't change, but her eyes go flat and glassy, and her skin tightens around them. She's become a mannequin, a grim facsimile of a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
That simply won't do, Gia, my sweet thing.
Look, it was nice meeting you and all, but I have an appointment with Soap Jackson.
Is that so? How strange. I manage Soap's social calls. He only spends time with the most interesting girls, you see. And I don't remember seeing your name on the list.
Just let me upstairs, will you? A burned-out little bulb sparks to life, and a nasty idea flashes over her face.
Tell you what, play a few of our games here, prove to me you're interesting, and maybe I'll agree to let you see Soap. It'll be terrific fun. I promise.
What's that going to prove?
We'll just see, won't we? Either way, I'll definitely learn something interesting about Gia Randazzo.
Ugh, fine.
Okay. We've got a ton of things.
Some crag-faced heavies lurk by the staircase, clearly sober and bored. I'd rather they didn't turn their attention my way. But there's no getting past them without Alice's say-so anyway.
Okay.
The blindfolded volunteer seems delighted by the danger, ignoring the bright crimson lines torn through their clothes, goading the crowd. The onlookers bay in response, hungry for more.
All right, we have another player. Step right up, little lady.
Me? No way.
Oh, don't be a spoilsport. Come on. Big bets, high stakes. You could walk away a winner tonight.
He grabs my wrist and slaps a knife into my palm. I can't think straight through the din of the spectators, who begin a rhythmic chant urging me to throw.
Dan, the best you've got is, well, first, let's say, save game. We're going to call this knife throw. And,
for a penny, like they say. What kind of odds am I getting?
Newcomers get 3 to 1, but you look pretty capable. Want to put some money down?
Damn right I do. I lick my thumb and unfold him some crisp lettuce as the onlookers cheer. All eyes are on me now. Watch this.
Okay. That's 12, and that's hard, so...
I grab the knife by the tip and whip it with every ounce of force.
That's not the one I wanted. Knife throw. Sorry, guys. I clicked the wrong...
A raucous crowd against the fog.
Okay, not that.
The blindfolded volunteer seems delighted by the danger.
All right, we have...
Me?
Oh, don't be a spoil.
He grabs my wrist and slaps a knife into my palm.
Alright,
I can't aim for a penny, like they say. What kind of odds am I getting?
Newcomers get 3 to 1.
Damn right I do. I lick my thumb and unfold him some crisp lettuce. Watch this.
Alright, now we're going to save game again. And... knife throw. Yes, we want to overwrite. And we're going to try, hopefully, this 12 or
I
higher.
toss the knife between my hands, judging its weight and balance. Squinting one eye, I pantomime some practice throws. Confident I've got the measure of my tool.
Let's load that back. Yeah,
The blindfolded volunteer seems delighted by the danger.
It doesn't,
All right, we have another player.
Me?
Oh, don't be a spoil sport. Come on.
He grabs my wrist and slaps a knife into my palm. And for a penny, like they say. What kind of odds am I getting?
Newcomers get 3 to 1.
Damn right I do. I lick my thumb and watch this.
Come on, give me a
I
12.
toss the knife between my hands, judging its weight and balance. Squinting one eye, I pantomime some practice throws. Confident I've got
That's
the
not
measure of my
happening.
tool.
Alright, let's try it one more time. We gotta hit 12 eventually.
The blindfolded volunteer seems delighted by the
Need
danger.
to make some money.
All right, we have another...
Me?
Oh, don't be a...
He grabs my wrist and slaps a knife into my palm. I can't think straight through the din of the spectators, who begin in for a penny, like they say. What kind of odds?
Newcomers get...
Damn right I do. I lick my thumb and unfold him some... Watch this. I toss the knife between
12.
my hands, judging its weight and balance. Squinting one eye,
Damn
I
it.
pantomime some practice.
Okay, let's try it again. I know we can get to 12.
The blindfolded volunteer seems delighted.
All right.
Me?
Oh, don't be a...
He grabs my wrist and slaps a knife in for a penny. Like, what kind of odds am I?
Newcomers get 3 to 1.
Damn right I do. I lick my thumb and unfold. Watch this.
Come
I
on,
toss the
baby.
knife between my hands, judging its weight
Damn
and
it.
balance. Squinting one eye, I
Ay,
pantomime.
ay,
The blindfolded volunteer seems...
All right, we have another...
Me?
Oh, don't be a...
He grabs my wrist and slaps a knife into my palm. And for a penny, what kind of odds am...
Newcomers get 3 to 1. But you look...
Damn right I do. I lick my thumb and unfold him. Watch this.
Please.
I toss the knife between my hands, judging its weight and
Uh-oh.
balance.
Yes.
Squinting one eye, I
Finally.
pantomime some practice throws. Confident I've got the measure of my tool, I put my back into it and heave. The knife practically shaves the fuzz off the volunteer's ear, landing with a loud thunk in the wall beyond. The crowd bursts into applause, and hands jostle me back and forth in excitement. Close shave. Pay up.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, there's only one other thing to...
The doe stands ramrod straight, beautiful as an ice sculpture, but rimmed with disdain. She presides over the scene like a grim judge. Or maybe, if the bound men's faces are any sign, an executioner. Next to her, a hard-nosed child sulks with a browbeaten expression. With a painful jolt, I realize the child is Jenna, the girl I didn't pick at the exchange. Pearl must have snapped her up at some point.
Are you paying attention? If you're going to be a doe, you'll have to make some hard choices.
Yes, Miss Pearl.
As I eavesdrop on Pearl and her newfound protege, someone jostles me, and I'm shoved to the front of the onlooking audience. Watch it.
A volunteer for the jury? Good. Step forward.
What's going on here?
These deviants stand accused of serious crimes against Dreamland and her good Baron. Crimes for which the punishment is death.
Damn.
The captive men wriggle in fright. Both are flanked by a doe lieutenant, gripping wine bottles in each hand like headsmen's axes. Thirsty or not, the accused look like they'll be quenched into an early grave if the verdict doesn't swing their way.
As our newest aspirant, Jenna will hear their pleas and pass judgment. You, newcomer, will offer testimony as an impartial third party.
What is this? Some kind of sick game? No, I want nothing to do with this.
Aspirant, do you agree to let her leave, or shall this woman stand testament?
The recognition and pleading in Jenna's eyes would melt the white-hot heart of a forge. But she tempers herself, drawing on years of pain to harden her face and steel her voice.
She should stay.
My neck jerks automatically and I nod, helpless. Pearl purses her thin lips in satisfaction.
Good. Arthur Weingarten. You stand accused of defrauding the public trust in the amount of $570.50. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
Please, Miss Pearl, I ain't done nothing wrong. I won that hand fair and square.
So, you accuse Pandemonium of corruption, and by extension, Marm herself.
No, look, I'll give the money back if that's what you want.
And you, Harold Horowitz, stand accused of gross public indecency. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
This is a crock. A guy's not allowed to wear a red tie on a Tuesday? Says who?
Say the laws of this barony and its benevolent overseer, to which you agreed to abide faithfully the moment you stepped foot on its steel.
I ain't agreed to nothing. My niece got me that tie for Christmas. Damned if I won't wear it whenever I please.
Now we will hear from our impartial jury. What say you?
No moral clarity. Well, judgment, save game. Although, okay, let's see what happens. Nope.
If anyone here should be on trial, it's you, you psychotic.
I'd like to try that one more time, guys. You know,
The doe stands ramrod straight. Next to her,
Are you paying attention?
Yes, Miss Pearl.
as I eavesdrop on... Watch it!
A volunteer for the jury.
What's...
These deviants stand to keep...
The captive men wriggle in...
As our newest aspirant, you, newcomer, will offer testimony as an impartial Arthur Weingarten.
Please, Miss Pearl, I ain't...
So, you accuse Pandemonium of...
No, look...
And you, Harold Horowitz.
This is a crock!
Say the laws of this barony.
I ain't agreed to nothing!
Now we will hear from our impartial jury.
Can't do that.
What say you?
Best chance is this. Yes.
And who's gonna put you on trial, Miss Pearl, for ruining a perfectly good party with this nasty little bit of theater? I'm sure you wouldn't want us airing out your sins. The crowd around me murmurs assent. From below, Pearl looks like she belongs on Mount Rushmore. Haughty, pale, and hard as granite. How's about we let them go and get back to the party, huh?
Aspirant, do you agree?
Yes, Miss Pearl.
By the grace of Frau Magdalene, Baron of Dreamland, you are free to go.
The does cut the men free, but their relief is nothing compared to the kids, who beams a deeply grateful look down at me as Pearl turns her away.
Thank you, ma'am. Here, take this, for helping us out.
He presses a pair of onyx cufflinks into my hands, gleaming darkly in the half-light of the perpetual soiree. Don't mention it.
Hey, what are... Stolen onyx cufflinks. So probably wants them back.
Smart money's on these belonging to Soap. Probably lifted from in here someplace. I'm sure our host would be pleased to see them again.
Okay. Hey, listen, man. That was okay. Oh, well, almost missed this.
A group of partygoers are socializing around an elegant water pipe. Underneath the pungent bitterness of the tobacco, I detect the subtle sweetness of molasses mixed with botanicals.
Okay, let's see. We're gonna save this and call it ganja. That's right, I'm calling it ganja. Because it's a water pipe, damn it. Okay.
I watch one of the smokers blow a thick cloud into the air, then sneak into the stash while the patrons are transfixed on the haze. The well-off will always pay top dollar for a good smoke.
Oh, yeah. Glad I got the room. Glad I got the room. Well, here's the cufflinks. And, find a way to get upstairs. All right, well, this should be it now.
Well, you clearly don't suffer from stage fright.
Yeah, I'm a regular vaudevillian. Now let me see Soap.
What if I say no?
Then Soap Jackson is going to have a problem on his hands. A problem named Alice. And I'll be all too happy to help him fix it.
Let her through, boys.
By the way, people who try and hustle me tend to regret it. I better not see you again.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Oh, you will. I promise.
Okay, yeah, we'll see you on the road, baby. We will see you on the road. Damn, Soap.
On my way to Soap's parlor, I cross paths with a gaggle of inebriates, wearing the sourpuss looks of the newly impoverished. Inside, the air is slow and close, like a field of wheat that's never known the wind. The infamous gambler gadabout and man about town sits behind a desk, counting his poker winnings with a miser's relish. Nothing good grows in this sunless den, except his appetite and the numbers in his ledger.
All right, let's see. What do we got?
Can you capture an entire lifetime on ink and paper? What kind of an insane bureaucrat would even try?
Talk to Soap. Convince Soap to help, I guess.
In the lordly realm of jet-setters, Soap's at least a high-ranking count. Absurd amounts of money allow for all kinds of exotic adventures, I suppose. You ask me, New York's got plenty of its own. They say Soap willingly threw away an all-star baseball career to professionally peruse the pandemonium tables instead. I might have more respect for the guy if he still got his pants dirty on occasion. A billiards table has been repurposed as an impromptu bed, satin blankets forming a nest for the colored billiard eggs. The sharp figure of Soap Jackson is recognizable to anyone who ever spared a passing glance at a tabloid. He's trim, athletic, and wears his $1,000 suit as casually as pajamas.
Well, let's see what my pretty little secretary sent up this time. What's your name, baby?
Gia Randazzo. Nice party. Little strange for my taste.
Yeah, this is Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
I cater to all tastes here. Surely I have something to suit your palate.
Well, it isn't boring, I'll give you that.
Let's keep it interesting then. Pick something.
He gestures broadly at the room, while pulling a loaf of cash from his pocket big enough to choke a horse. It's a practiced motion, one he performs dozens of times a day. The unconscious twitch of an addict chasing a high. We betting on something?
Too slow, baby. Come on. I'm on a streak. There. You see that?
He points to an empty corner of the ornate stucco ceiling, or rather, to the cobweb hanging there, ghostly pale in the dim light.
5,000 says that spider will move to the right. Come on, you want this action or what?
Office bet. Alright, let's see. What are we going to, don't have 5,000.
You're on. But I don't want to deprive a poor man of his last dollar.
I'm listening.
If I win, you change the schedule for the fireworks show at Marm's birthday bash. If this request strikes him as strange, he doesn't show it. I imagine he's wagered other men's salaries on wilder things in the last hour alone.
And if I win?
Name your price. Soap doesn't need a beastly mask to resemble a wolf, his eyes shining in the gloom with the thrill of the hunt. Whether it's drawn by a magnet, the scent of blood, or the invisible hand of its duplicitous master, the spider struts across its web on an easterly course like it was always a foregone conclusion. So you rigged it. You must have.
I never lose, baby. That's why I'm the best.
Yeah, that's why we're going to reload that. And we'll choose something else, but now we know it's a rigged bet.
The sharp figure of Soap Jackson is
Well...
Gia Randazzo. Well, it isn't boring, I'll give you that.
Let's keep it interesting.
He gestures broadly at the room. We betting on something?
Too slow, baby.
He points to an empty corner of the ornate
5,000 says that spider will move to the right.
Bet on something
Come
else
on.
instead.
You must think I'm a sucker. How do I know you haven't rigged it?
You think I slipped a spider a 20 to do what I say?
Wouldn't put it past a man such as yourself. No, I'll choose the bet. And we'll play for something more interesting than money.
All right then, baby. I like your style. What'll it be?
That dame over there. I bet she rolls onto her left side. If I win, you change the schedule for the fireworks show at Marm's birthday bash. If this request strikes him as strange, he doesn't show it. I imagine he's wagered other men's salaries on wilder things in the last hour alone.
And if I win?
Name your price. Soap doesn't need a beastly mask to whether she's reacting to our voices, a cool draft, or an unspoken command from her duplicitous host. The sleepy dame rolls to her right, her contented smile mocking my displeasure. You rigged it. You must have.
Okay.
I never lose, baby. That's why I'm the best. Now, I believe you said I could name my price.
You know what? Either way you go, he's yuck.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about this. I know you'll change your mind.
Now, why would I go and do a thing like that?
The sound of a huge commotion, even by the standards of this crazy fiesta, floats up to us from downstairs. People are screaming, but my fight or flight doesn't seem bothered. Flashbulbs illuminate a mad scramble where the crowd is crushed towards a central figure. Apollo Diamond, dressed to the nines. Fans mob for autographs, while Soap and I stare in equal disbelief.
Apollo Diamond? Cocky jerk. Thought he was too straight-laced for my parties.
What the hell is he doing here?
Would you like to meet him, baby? I'm sure I can arrange an introduction.
Apollo spots us and cuts through the horde in our direction. I catch Soap straightening his tie, but Apollo doesn't even notice him, swooping in and planting a gallant kiss on my cheek.
Oh, gee, a darling. How wonderful. This drab little party just got interesting.
I don't indulge many vices in this life, but I take a moment to truly savor the gobsmacked look on Soap's face.
You know him?
Let Soap fend for himself. No, introduce him. I'm trying to get him to do something for me.
Apollo, this is Soap. We just met.
Ah, hello, old sport. Nice little cottage you've got here. I've heard so much about your famous parties, I just had to see what all the fuss was about.
My man called his mansion a cottage. Nice little cottage.
Well, that's... I'm glad you,
Apollo, don't ever take any action from this man. He'd rig it so the moon fell out of the sky if it would win him a bet.
Oh, really? Come on. There's no glory in a sure thing, wouldn't you agree?
Now hang on just a minute. Soap Jackson never fixed a bet in his life.
Our host's indignation dissipates into the air like the feeble puff of swagger it is, as he spots a safe path out of this social thicket.
But I'll be happy to fix that fireworks show for you if that's what you want.
Then we're square. Apollo pulls me close to whisper in my ear, his spicy sweet cologne wafting across me. My skin involuntarily tingles. His voice is low and warm.
Couldn't let you have all the fun by yourself, could I?
All right. Yeah. Where the sun never shines is now complete. Isn't it? Yeah. Where the sun never rises, not shines. Where the sun never rises. Okay, guys. So we did Where the Sun Never Rises. Our next thing is one of these two guys. We could go to Miriam's yacht, but I think we're going to go and do this guy, Luca Marazzi, first, and then we'll do Miriam's yacht. But for now, we're going to end this one here. Hey guys, if you've been enjoying our playthrough and want to stay abreast of everything we're doing on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Do me a great favor, crush that like button also, and finally, leave me some comments. Let me know what you're playing, what you're looking forward to, or just what's going on with you. Until next time, this is Old Man Alchemist saying stay cool and peace.